teams, Lauren here with Bizrok. In this week's video, I want to talk to you about unique ways of building rapport with our patients. So I know that you're probably already doing this, and I know that you're like, Lauren, we're a relationship practice. We love building relationships with our patients. You know, in some ways, we are already doing this. So I'm going to give you some additional tools and just kind of ways to continue to enhance that process, and also just to kind of get you out of your comfort zone and kind of think through, you know, how do we become truly a relational practice and never focus on the transaction. The transaction becomes the oh yeah part with our patients. So for a cheat sheet for you, I love following the F.O.R.E method, which is F.O.R. Some people use F.O.R.E. It's really up to you. But the F.O.R.E method stands for F.O.R. Family, occupation, and recreation. If you follow the other F.O.R.E method, F.O.R.E., it includes entertainment. So whatever's best for you, but family, occupation, recreation, and or entertainment. So those are kind of guidelines or guardrails for you on questions that you can ask a patient. So let me share with you how you would use these. So if you have a patient on the phone and you're looking to find an appointment for them, get to know them. Nobody likes awkward silence, and it's an opportunity to wow the patient. You know, just because they called and you're looking for an appointment doesn't mean that they're still committed and going to move forward with coming in to see you. So whenever you're on hold with that patient and you're flying through and you're looking through the schedule, just say, Susie patient, I know you said you just moved here. Where did you move from? Susie patient, I hear little ones in the background. How old are your children? You know, get to know them. What do you do for a living? You know, find different ways to kind of think outside of the box. What do you like to do for fun in the area? Or I grew up there too. You know, don't let the silence pass by. Don't let it be awkward silence. Let it be an opportunity to shine, to build a relationship, and truly just to get to know your patient before they ever come in. Clinical team members, you guys typically do just such a great job with this. You know, hopefully the F.O.R.E method will allow you to kind of expand upon questions to specifically ask, especially if you're taking the patient from the front welcome area to the operatory. You know, I always cringe whenever I hear the question of how are you, because it's so generic and everybody gets asked that. And the reality is a couple different things happens when we ask a patient, hey, how are you doing this morning? They'll either just give a nonchalant fine or good and not expand upon that, or they'll actually tell you how they are, which you know, I was running late this morning. I spilled coffee on the drive over. I was arguing with my kids this morning to get on the bus, you know, whatever it is. So, you know, you got to be careful with that question. So instead, be intentional. Focus on building rapport in that relationship with the patient. Say, hey, I saw that your husband works for FedEx. How do you guys like that? You know, what does he do for FedEx? You know, just create a relationship, get to know them, ask them something personal, because, you know, it creates just a different type of relationship than a transactional relationship. It truly does focus on, hey, I want to get to know you. You know, we're so lucky to have you in our practice. So I'm going to take it a step further, okay? So also, especially for new patients, you know, clinical team, I'm going to challenge you on this one. When you're building rapport and getting to know that patient, also brag about your practice. Just say, hey, I don't know if you know, but we've been in the practice for over 10 years. You know, this practice is owned by Dr. Johnson, but we have 4 other incredible dentists that you get to see. You know, something that makes the practice unique. You know, start to create a relationship with that patient. And then last but not least, for building rapport with the patient at checkout. So if you are the individual who you're checking the patient out, or maybe you're going over treatment, before you jump right into a transactional conversation of, hey, it looks like your out-of-pocket today is going to be, you know, $25. Instead of jumping into the, hey, I need this from you, build a relationship there too. Hey, how was your appointment with Susie Hygienist? How was your appointment with Dr. Smith? You know, hey, we're so excited to have you. I know this was your first visit with us. What do you think so far? And then you can even take it a step further, and just like the clinical team should be asking, you know, what do you do for fun in the area? What brought you to Atlanta? Anything specific, you can do that too. Plus, I'm telling you guys, if you focus on those fun conversations of relationship building, you personally are going to have a lot more fun. You're going to have fun getting to know your patients. You're going to find likability and commonality with them. You never know. People do business with people they like. And so it is actually our job to just be curious. Be curious to know what brings our patients in that day and what they do for fun. You never know who you'll get to meet in a dental office, whether it's a team member or a patient, but this is your challenge for the week. I want you to focus on switching up your conversations, avoid the how are you question, and find ways to bring up the F.O.R.E method, that F.O.R., and truly get to know your patients instead of jumping right into transactions. So guys, if you have any questions, as always, reach out. Let us know how else we can serve you, but I can't wait to see you and serve you soon. Have a good one.